Starting things off in the American League, we got all three divisions. As you can tell, we got the AL East, AL Central, and AL West. Um, Starting in the American League East, you can see that the New York Yankees are winning the division at 98 and 64. The only wildcard team to come out of the American League East this year is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays at a 94 and 68 win record. And the only wildcard team coming out of the American League East this year is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays with a 94 and 68 record. You can also see the Rays and Orioles finish at a very close record, one game separating those two, and then Boston finishes in 5th place at a 72 and 90. In the American League Central, you can see Cleveland with a 93 and 69 record to win the division. The wildcard team in that division is going to be the Minnesota Twins at a 90 and 72 record. The addition of Pablo Lopez is going to be huge for that team, plus a full year of Tyler Mahle alongside Sonny Gray again. Maybe Kenta Maeda can come back. I think that this team has some real sneaky potential. Buying really low on the White Sox. I wasn't really a big fan of them last year, and they proved me right. So I'm kind of sitting here as well, 84 and 79. I think that's pretty even for what they've done. They didn't really go and do much. They just went and got Benintendi, really. There was some other minor moves, but nothing really too big. And then Kansas City and Detroit, have fun. Going over in the American League West, we have the Houston Astros finishing with a 102 and 60 record, best in the American League. And then the wildcard team there is Seattle at 93 and 69. LA with their 83 and 79. Texas, I'm giving you over 500, 82 and 80. And then Oakland, well, better luck next year. And now into the National League, we have the NL East. We got the Mets with a 162 record. That's going to be the best in the National League. They got such a good team, like such a good team. And they almost had Correa too, but Scherzer and Verlander as your 1-2. Yeah, they lost Walker and DeGrom and Bassett, but they got a really good rotation. My only wild card for the rotation that I'm not super high on is Kodai Senga. I don't know. I don't know how successful his stuff's going to play in the National League East, especially against some pretty heavy-hitting lineups like the Braves and Phillies have. So, yeah, that's like my one kind of concern, and injuries. How good is Quintana going to be? You know, is he going to go back to being crap again, or is he going to be good? That's a couple wild cards in that rotation, but overall, I think that's the best team in the National League. Best team. Maybe not in the National League, but the best team in the East, at least. The two wildcard teams in that division is going to be Atlanta at 97 and 65 for the first wildcard spot, and then Philadelphia at 93 and 69 for the third wildcard spot. I really liked the Philadelphia Phillies offseason getting Turner. That's a huge move. They bumped up that bullpen. They got Gregory Soto closing games out. And wow, they got Taijuan Walker in that rotation. They're a really good team, but I just can't discredit the Braves. I think the Braves are just going to be good. They have a hole at shortstop, but how much of a hole is it going to be? They always find that one person that's really good. So I'm still giving it to Atlanta until Philadelphia can prove me wrong. And then to Miami and Washington, yeah, have fun. It's not going to be a fun division for you. In the National League Central, I have the Cardinals winning the division at 93 and 69. I do have Milwaukee kind of high up there at 91 and 71. I think they're going to be a better team than people are going to expect them to be. So, yeah, they're kind of my team to watch out for. I think their offense is going to be better. Jesse Winker bounce back year is a huge thing to watch out for. So, yeah, take a huge eye on that. The Cubs at 84 and 78. I think that's a little low, honestly. I do like the squad they got there. I do expect a bit of a Bellinger bounce back year, and then Dansby Swanson can lead that team. They just need a little bit more pitching, and I think they're right there when they get a couple starters. Oh. And then Pittsburgh 71 and 91, and then the Reds at 67 and 95. Over in the National League West, we have San Diego at 98 and 64, winning that division over the Dodgers, who are going to go 95 and 67 and get the other wildcard spot. To me, the Dodgers lost more than they got back this year, and that's going to be a huge, huge thing to kind of keep that eye out on. They lost Turner, which is like a huge loss. I think I lost Bellinger, not that big of a deal. Lost Turner, again, not that big of a deal, but they did get JD Martinez, which I like. But the pitching, I don't know, the pitching, like it's there. I get it's there, but it's like it's not there, you know? Like it's just I don't know. This Dodgers team might be the weakest Dodgers team that they fielded in the last few years that have gone on to being really good. So yeah, which isn't like a knock on the roster because they're still one of the best teams in the league. But yeah, just Dodgers at that second wild card spot for them, unfortunately. And then the Giants 84 and 78, Arizona 78 and 84, and then Colorado 73 and 89. So yeah, those are your playoff teams going into for the 2023 season. The 2023 MLB playoffs. In the wild card series, we got Cleveland and Minnesota. I got Minnesota actually upsetting Cleveland in that series. I think Minnesota will have more offense. Carlos Correa, once he gets back into the playoffs, is going to be a beast. Don't knock Cleveland. This is nothing against them. I just think I see Minnesota being able to win that series. And then Toronto and Seattle, I do have Toronto winning that one 2-1. I think the team that they're fielding this year, especially if they can play in Rogers Center, is it's gonna help them out here, just in a way. Like, yeah, it sounds biased anyway I put it, but the outfield defense is a lot better than what it was last year, and the pitching, the bullpen side is better than it was last year. I see them closing it out. So yeah. Going into the American League Division Series, we got the Yankees versus the Twins. The Yankees are going to win that one 3-1. In the original prediction, I actually had LA there before. This was way before Minnesota went out and made some moves. So, yeah. And then in the other ALDS, I have Houston and Toronto. I actually have Toronto winning this series 3-2. And I know here comes but you're a Blue Jays channel. I genuinely think the only team in the American League that can challenge Houston right now is Toronto. They took the season series against them last year, which doesn't say much. But look at any other good American League team right now. Like, there's 4 really good teams. It's Cleveland, well, I guess 5. You got Cleveland, you got Cleveland, New York, Toronto, Seattle that compete with Houston. Cleveland hasn't been able to beat Houston. Like, they don't have what it takes to beat them. The Yankees haven't had a thing to beat them. They didn't win a game against them last year in the postseason. And the Mariners didn't have what it took to beat them. I genuinely think the only team that can challenge Houston is Toronto, and that's purely on Toronto's offense. And I think in the end the offense squeezes it out. But then the ALCS, I have the Yankees beating Toronto 4-3. So rejoice, Yankee fans. You get to beat the Blue Jays. On to the National League side, I have the Phillies beating the Cardinals 2-0 in the first wildcard series. Just like last year, that Phillies team is so much better than the Cardinals. And then Atlanta and the Dodgers. I have the Dodgers winning that one 2-1, just purely based off the fact that the Dodgers are a different beast in the postseason, and I think they can get it done. So yeah. Into the NLDS, San Diego and Philadelphia. This time I actually have San Diego taking that one 3-1. They got a murderer's row lineup and rotation. It's just San Diego, for me, is the team to beat in the National League almost. Like, either way, you're gonna have to go through San Diego or New York to get to the World Series, and both teams are just ridiculously good. Like, San Diego's got Soto, Tatis, Machado, Bogarts, Grisham, Cronenworth. Like, they got a fucking ton of guys. So yeah, I have them beating Philadelphia 3-1. Going on to the National League, on the other National League side, the Mets and Dodgers. I have the Mets winning this one 3-2. Just, I don't know, I like this Mets team more than I like the Dodgers team. Into the National League CS, the NLCS, I have the Padres winning this one 4-3, just purely based off of I think San Diego edges them out like they did last year. But that San Diego team wasn't supposed to beat the Mets like they did last year, and they took it to them and beat them. So to bet against them, kind of hard to do. Into the World Series, I have the Yankees versus the Padres, but I have the Padres winning the World Series with the series win at 4-2. Just yeah, I think the Padres, they're just that team right now, you know. I think that lineup mashes in Yankee Stadium. I think that lineup mashes at Petco Park. And I like the Padres pitching stuff a lot more than I like the Yankees pulled pork rotation. There's so many injury concerns in the Yankees rotation that I think the Padres can just do it. I like the Padres better. There's just something about them this year. I like them. Out of the awards, MVPs, I have Julio Rodriguez and Juan Soto. Juan Soto is the main reason why I have the Padres winning the World Series, is I just think Juan Soto goes off on the contract year. So yeah. Cy Youngs, I have Christian Javier from Houston and Logan Webb from San Francisco. I like those. And then Rookie of the Years, I have Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles. And recently extended, like 5 minutes ago, Corbin Carroll. He's going to put it to good use. So, yeah. So, yeah, those are the predictions for my 2023 MLB season. I think this is going to be a really, really fun year. Just everything that's going on. I think the balanced out schedule is going to make the year so much more fun, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm so done with spring training. I love watching the WBC. Competitive games are so much more fun than watching a AA lineup take on a single A lineup. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel, and I will I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.